register your kid and whoever wants to be the next Paris Hilton, because we need pretty girls with big boobies at the beach. Uh, Go to Morale, Morale, and show half the boob. Sounds really nice because I still got a screenshot of that.
A
Hey,
C.
hey, look at that. That's actually kind of perfect.
Yeah, it's just that it's got the edge of the seat sitting there in the.
Edge of the sea.
It's okay. Let's see, if you look at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, yeah, I got the seat. That's right.
But it's kind of cool because it has like, you can kind of see the DevTel logo right there.
Right.
Ah, look at that.
It gives dimension.
Hey Jeff, don't forget to put the link for the live show on the page, please.
Link for the live show on the page.
Hey.
Live page.
I know how.
What?
Silencio.
JQ's got his own hat now.
Hey.
He's got his own logo. He's gonna make $1 million, try to get all about us and say, oh yeah, I used to know him. Gonna try and get into the club where he's at. They're gonna be like, no, you gotta pay $40 just like everybody else. So what? $40 just to get into a club? Yep, because this is Vegas. How much are the drinks in here? Oh,
$40.
We can't tell you that because we get in trouble for selling a $20 bottle for $2,500. You can only sit down at the table while you have the bottle. My hands are cold. My hands are never cold. Hey, you gonna go tonight? To John Gamble's thing at Alternate Reality?
I can't because I gotta take Dave to the airport.
Ah, flying standby. Dude, what airline does he fly when he's flying standby?
Huh?
What airline does he fly when he flies standby?
United.
Does he get hookups on that or just?
His dad used to work for United,
No.
so you know, I got the family up there.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Like from here to-
Timothy Zahn is writing a third Thrawn novel
Ron?
from Star Wars. Was it Grand Moff Tarkin? Yeah, what was his title? Thrawn? Admiral Thrawn?
I don't know.
10 seconds.
Alright.
Did you get to meet Rick Leonardi? Oh, you
Yes.
did.
I did.
Oh, we're gonna talk about. Did you guys talk about that last week?
No. Oh, no, I did. What's going on, folks? It is Geeked Out right here on Dubtown Radio.
Yeah.
Happy Wednesday. It is gloomy today, but you know what? It's not gloomy in this building because we got happy people. I'm your man, Jake. This is free.
What's up?
And finally, sitting in the chair regularly, just for today, or until Chandler gets back, is Jeremy.
Yeah.
He's got a microphone
I
finally.
know, finally. For a whole show this time.
For a whole show
Not
this
just
time.
the first 5 minutes.
Man,
Very cool.
it is chilly out today.
I love it.
I know you love it.
I
It's
love it.
We'll be going to the cons and it'll be like 60 degrees
Mm.
in the. See, look here. They're like, we
Hi.
have a show going on, but hello.
Come on in. You might as well. You already opened the door.
Giggle. Shout out to our folks on Facebook, not Facebook Live, on YouTube Live. We are here, and yeah, it's Wednesday, it's cold, and as I was saying, yeah, we would go to a con, and then like in the hotel room, you would drop it down to the lowest settings.
Yep, this is it.
Like you would hit the button on the thermostat, and then
Until it stops.
It stops at God, man.
You know, one time okay, so the first time we did San Diego Comic-Con,
Yeah.
we had a hotel in Chula Vista, which is, you know, kind of not on the high end.
Motel 8.
Yeah, Motel 8 or something, Super 8. And so we went in there and, you know, again, I throw down that AC.
Yeah.
it didn't have a thermostat. So when I put it on low, it just kept going lower and lower. By the time we woke up, I swear to God, it was like 40 degrees.
Oh my God.
It was freezing balls in there. Like, I like cold, but I want to be comfortable cold, you know?
Yeah, see, I'm the opposite. Like, I like during cold season.
Open up the window.
No, during cold season, like I still like to sleep with my shirt off and everything.
Oh yeah.
But then it like I get under the blanket and super toasty and warm. And then during the summer, it's literally just like no blanket, windows open, air conditioning running, or So.
See, I'm the same way. Like, if it's really, really cold, I'll have the comforter, I'll have a blanket on, but my feet will be sticking out to get that cold.
Yeah.
But the rest of the
I think everybody does that.
Right? They should. That's how you're supposed to sleep.
And you're a radiator, so you gotta.
Yeah.
Right?
You gotta balance it out. You gotta balance it out. So, like, I mean, because like when we were kids, what would we do as kids? Wear our socks to sleep, right? That's what I used to do.
Ugh.
And that would be weird.
See, well, in Hawaii, it's never really that cold.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're basically under roofs and just
Once
a
it
sheet.
gets down to 63,
Maybe.
65.
And that everybody's like bundled up.
That's so cold.
See, it's so cold. It's 65 degrees.
But yeah, so if you guys are wondering, Chandler is actually in Brazil.
Brazil!
He is now part of the gang environment in the favelas. He'll never be coming back.
So wait, Brazil is where they have
Yeah, the big
our Redeemer.
Yeah, Christ the Redeemer.
Yeah.
Was it Christ or was it Redeemer?
So hopefully, Chandler, you take some video of that. Maybe we can post it up. And if you do get to go up there, because I know he's actually working. He's doing the convention out there, and the convention is super big.
Now, what was the comparison to San Diego? Like, how big? Like, were they equal, or is one bigger than the other?
I think this one's a tad bigger.
That's what I heard too.
I think San Diego. I think the last count last year was like a little over 150,000. The Brazilian Comic Con is over 250,000. So add another 100,000 people.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
I'm like, how do you even fit that many people?
Because San Diego by itself, like you walk it and like
You can't walk.
your steps are like an inch, like
Inch steps from one end to the other.
yeah, because like you had a crowd the whole time. So
if you've ever been to San Diego, think of that times 2. It's ridiculous.
that's nuts,
Right?
dude. That is insane. But yeah, Chandler's gonna come back with an accent. And he's gonna know capoeira.
You know, a couple out he's gonna be like, oh yeah.
He's gonna speak Portuguese. So, oh man. Anyways, so you just got back from Florida.
Yeah, I did.
Dude, that's like, man, like I was watching your stream. Oh, well, I mean, even from when you left the Comic Con, the Great American Comic Con, I was just watching like all the posts that you put up, and
Yeah.
oh, that's awesome, man. You guys made it there in a pretty good time, didn't you?
We did. We actually, okay, so we drove from Vegas to Amarillo, Texas, in one day. We slept.
Dang, how about wait? One day, how
One day, that was like a little over 12 hours.
Wow.
Right? And then we slept for about 4.5 hours, 5 hours. And by the way, like when you go to a hotel, you want to like enjoy your time at the hotel. This was just literally, we got the hotel, we spent the money to get the hotel rooms for 5 hours of sleep. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, I don't even get to enjoy the amenities.
Yeah.
But we woke up in the morning, then we drove to, I think it was Memphis first, and
Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, Tennessee. We stopped over at Beale Street, which is like literally the home of the blues.
Nice,
Right?
beautiful
And on that street they have Jerry the King Lawler's
restaurant. Yeah.
We went there and they were closed.
Oh,
It was 9 o'clock.
at night.
Yeah, and they said it closed at 11, but it was 9 o'clock at night and they're already closed. They're already like, all the bartenders are doing their money already, and we're like looking through the window like,
What the
yo,
holidays?
it must have been. Well, it was like a
Yes.
Wednesday, but yeah, holiday.
Well, that's the day before.
That is true.
That's right. Yeah, they were like,
Because-
go home early. We're gonna have to
Because
do that.
when I went down to Shreveport, Louisiana, most
Yeah.
of the barbecue places were down there and were closed.
Oh.
The day before and the day after.
Because of Thanksgiving. I never even thought of that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Now I know why. But we ended up eating at a Blues City Cafe. And literally, I tried to eat the ribs. Like, you know how you hold the bone on one side and just destroy it?
Yeah.
You pull the bone, all of a sudden all you got is bone. It just fall off the ribs, fall off the bone.
Oh, that's
good.
awesome, dude. So then from Tennessee.
So from Tennessee, because you're the only 10 I see.
Wow.
All right, so we went from Tennessee, then went to Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. And we stayed at a really nice hotel over there. But the reason why we went there is because Jax and Stacy, my brother and sister, they do this thing called DDP yoga. I don't know if you ever heard about it.
Diamond Dallas Page.
Bang!
Bang. Feel the bang.
Their yoga program is a no impact yoga. And so they had a video out. It's called the Arthur video. So if you ever want to check that out on YouTube.
Oh, the guy that could barely walk.
Yeah. And then now he's running and all kinds of stuff. The DDP yoga actually helped Chris Jericho, Jake the Snake Roberts, all of these wrestlers get back into shape.
Yeah.
And so they do that religiously. And so they actually got to go into the studio where they film it. And they actually got to do the DDP yoga, with the instructors there at the studio. So it was kind of a bucket list for them. So that was really cool. And then the next day we went into the Georgia Aquarium.
Oh,
dude.
I always wanted to go there.
Yeah, no, seriously, it's like Disneyland but with water and then fishes.
dang.
Whale sharks.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we're talking like these things are like 30 feet just in this huge tank with manta rays and everything. It was so cool. Beluga whales, and you get to see like the top and the bottom of the beluga whales and everything. So that was really cool. So that was kind of a cool one. And then from Georgia all the way through Alabama, right, roll tide, and then we went into Florida. And the reason why is because we went to the Florida State versus Florida game. Yes, we lost,
but still.
Yeah, I got to be a part of 50,000, 60,000 people doing this.
Yeah.
The chop. Because we got the booster package, we got to go on the field, we got to tour the facilities and all that, walk through the tunnel.
Yeah.
Where the Heisman Trophy winners walked and the national champions walked. It was crazy. It was so cool. Now, one of the coolest things is that after the game, they allowed you to go on the field one more time to take pictures and everything. And so, what I did, I took a little piece of the turf. And it was the end zone turf, so it was red and all that stuff. So that was really cool. Shh, nobody's supposed to know that. But
I'm gonna be watching the game and also like, hey, I see a divot in the
right. Just before he gets to the end zone, he falls.
He fell down. What happened? Oh, there's a divot in the ground. Guys. Whose fault is that?
Right? So let's go to the tape. Oh, there's that fat guy. He took it. And then so from there, it was really, literally a bucket list experience. Well, in Georgia, I forgot to tell you, in Georgia, we stopped over at the Martin Luther King burial site.
Oh yeah,
and
wow.
Where he's buried, there's a whole tribute to him and his wife, and so that was really cool to see the culture of that and see the significance of that. But anyway, and so from Florida, man, we were like, okay, so we can either go the same route we just came from, or we can take the 10 to the 40, and that'll bring us towards Jax's grandma's house.
Oh, nice.
And we're like, yeah, let's do it, right? And so from Florida all the way to Arizona, that's a long trip.
Wow.
So we round robined our drivers, we just took turns.
Yeah.
Somebody sleeping, 2 people sleeping, whatever. And so we ended up at his grandma's house. She didn't even know we were gonna be there.
Yeah.
He calls her while we're there, and just so happens she just went grocery shopping, so she's outside next to the car, but on the other side. He's like, Grandma, what you doing? She's like, I just got back from grocery shopping.
Yeah.
He's like, I think there might be there's a report of a dog missing in your area. Can you go outside to the front and see it? She's like, what are you talking about? Right? She's smart as a whip. So she's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So she comes out and she sees us and everything. It was really cool hanging out with him. It was an honor to hang out with him.
Oh, that's
Her
cool.
and,
That's cool.
Uncle Chuck.
Yeah.
So, and then from there we went back to Vegas and got on a plane. So, yeah, it was an epic journey, man.
Dude.
Yeah.
So, road trips, man. Like, how long? What was the longest stretch that you drove?
Ooh, well, this one was pretty long. It probably equaled the one that I did with one of my friends, Adam Cran, and his daughter. I went from Las Vegas and we journeyed all the way to Long Island, New York.
Oh,
Yeah.
But like you yourself driving, what was the longest shift?
Oh, the longest trip I ever did. Wow, there's two of them.
Okay,
There's one that we went to Silicon Valley in San Jose.
that was about
9.5,
about
10 hours.
8 hours. I would
Right.
say 8 because like.
Well, with all the stops and all that.
Well,
stuff.
we did stop for some time in Gilroy to smell the garlic
Yeah.
and try to lift the garlic fries.
No. There's that, but I think the one I did with Jeremy over here to Texas, El Paso.
12 hours.
That was 12 hours to El Paso, Texas.
And you just did the straight shot 12
Yeah,
hours?
just same thing. Every once in a while you guys would snore, but I'm over here just listening to Green Day and just
Yeah.
chugging along. But yeah,
I-
those are my mom.
That's crazy, man. 12 hours. I've done 11.
Where was that?
That was from the Bay to, oh God, was that? Because I was on tour, so like I think we did the Bay to Seattle.
Who were you on tour with?
Kai.
Ah,
Hey.
Kai. Shout out to Kai, by the way.
Hey. They're probably not listening right now.
They're gonna be listening later.
These are a bunch of jerks, man. I mean, just kidding. No, I did 12 hours, 11 hours. That was like the longest. And I was hating life, dude.
Right. That's why your back is
Yeah,
stiff.
yeah.
Your eyes just go like this. What about you? What about you, Jeremy? How long was your longest? Was this the Seattle thing?
Probably. From Vegas to, well, I stopped in Sacramento. So from.
But you still drove the whole way, though,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So.
No. Longest, from here to Clearwater, Florida.
Wow. Well, what
You
guys
drove
doing?
that the whole
I know,
way?
Really, right?
Part of the way. I started falling asleep, so.
So what was that? I mean,
Started driving.
so what was your shift though? Like, what was the from here to Florida? What was like? How long did you drive?
Well, from here to, I think I went to, what was it? I think it was Santa Fe,
New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Okay.
And then after that, from, I think, from there to Dallas, Fort Worth area.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I started driving, then I started falling asleep, and then she took over the rest of the way.
Like seriously, though, I never knew how big Texas was.
Texas is.
Oh, yeah.
Texas
crazy.
is ridiculous, dude. Like, okay, so which is funny because we went to the top part of Texas, which is Amarillo, right? So that's not too bad. On the way back, we went to the lower side, like the south side.
That's worse.
That's
No,
worse.
It's not worse.
It's longer distance, but it's a little bit easier
Yeah.
drive. But in the middle of Texas, there's a highway in the middle of Texas too.
There's
or freeway.
nothing.
Of nothing. So we bypassed that whole thing, but
Hills.
like it's like the waistband of Texas.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's like driving through Australia. Like it's huge, man. It's like ridiculously huge. But anyway,
You know what? I've driven through Montana.
well, that
Oh,
must have
wait,
been
wait,
nice though.
Montana, or I can't remember where the flatlands were. Is it Montana?
North Dakota, Montana.
Somewhere in the
Oh yeah, the
yeah.
Dakotas.
Plain states.
But it's so nice. If the weather's perfect, like,
Oh, yeah.
you just look out, like you see the buffalo way out in the distance. You see the freaking skies,
Nice.
just big sky. Just like all you just see is
Big
like,
sky country.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh man, it's amazing. It's amazing. We did end up during the night though. I'm laughing about it, but we're driving and I'm following the semi that was pulling all our equipment.
Mm-hmm.
It was a small truck. It's not a semi, but it was a truck. And this is nighttime, so in that area, there's no lights over the freeway.
Oh yeah.
You just go. It's just straight
Tunnel.
to
You're like a tunnel.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, you just see this deer scrambling because it's like it's trying to get across the freeway. Smack, dude! It smacked like our truck just went boom, and then you just see it slide off into the darkness, and we just lost it. I was like, oh, dude, pull over.
Like we gotta make sure this thing is okay.
Yeah,
It's not okay.
yeah. I mean, there wasn't much. Actually, there was no blood on the truck. But it was like there was like a little like crack in the grill. And that was it. I was like, but then my driver was all freaked out.
Well, I would be too, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
Like when you go hunting, you're actually doing it for a
yeah,
reason.
yeah,
But when you're driving and you're actually killing something that you had no intention of killing,
yeah.
that's a little jaunting.
Oh man, road trips, crazy road trips.
Crazy
We
road
need to-
trip.
Like we need to do another one soon.
So to bring my road trip back to comics though.
I know, right?
Like Jax actually wanted to stop over at a comic shop, and a couple of places like FII. They, it's like one of those Sam Goodies.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because he collects pop vinyl.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Pop
FYI.
figures. FYI, yeah.
Or FYE.
Is it FIE?
FYE. Yeah.
And it was his birthday. By the way, happy birthday, Jax.
Happy
Sooner or
birthday,
later-
Jax.
So, sooner or later, hopefully you watch this.
I know.
Because right now in Hawaii, everybody's at work. And so, we went to these places, he got a few things, went to a comic shop, got a few comics. But the FYE, they had, I don't know if you guys watch Game of Thrones.
Okay.
They have
Oh, the big one.
no, not the big one. It was the red-haired guy.
Red.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I forgot his name.
Giant's Bane. Woman Giant's Bane or something. I
Okay.
forget.
Oh, they had a pop for that one?
Yeah, and it was exclusive just for that place. So,
Oh wow.
so I was like, yeah, I picked it up for him because it was his birthday.
Yeah.
And technically, I owed him a pop from naming the segment, which we
Yeah.
don't do. But yeah, so yeah, it worked out.
That's cool.
We ate at Texas Roadhouse in Texas.
Roadhouse.
We ate at a Longhorn Steakhouse for his birthday.
Nice.
It was right after the Florida State game, so it's kind of like a yay. Man, that steak was ridiculously good.
Speaking of steak, they're opening a Texas Roadhouse over
I
here.
It's
know.
already open.
Oh, it's
It's
already
already
open?
open.
On the north side though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
by
45 minutes away from where we live.
By the cannery.
By the cannery.
Oh.
I used to do my gig by the
That area.
cannery. Did you know that, by the
Yeah,
way?
Yes, I remember.
Bruce and Craig.
Mm.
Ooh.
So one day, the Death Tower crew got to go out there
Yeah.
and just have a.
I just want to eat peanuts and throw it on the ground. Throw the shells on the ground.
How about the LFDF group?
That too.
Well, you're part of that too.
I want to go there and get the bread and the cinnamon butter.
That stuff is so good.
I'm barely even talking about the steak too. I'm like, cinnamon butter.
Cinnamon butter. Then you put that cinnamon butter on the. No, you don't put it on the steak because that'll just make the steak taste like cinnamon.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was really good, and so yeah, we finally get one here. Too bad it's on the other side of town.
Yeah. So, okay. So we're gonna switch it up a little bit.
All right, let's do it.
Elseworlds is coming out, and I saw a trailer. Like apparently they dropped a quick 30-second spot after Supergirl, the last Supergirl episode.
What is this?
Elseworlds.
Elseworlds.
Flash, Green Arrow, and Supergirl.
All put together.
And Batwoman.
Yeah.
So it's a
Batwoman?
three-part. They're introducing Batwoman.
What?
Ruby Rose is Batwoman.
Oh. Kind of ruined it for me.
Why? You don't like Ruby Rose?
I don't like. Well, okay, I can't say I don't like her because I've never met her.
Perfect for the character, though.
I
think
guess
totally perfect for the character.
she can't act, but I guess just because she's. LGBT.
Well, what about she was in John Wick 2 and she didn't have to talk at all? So
No, see that she was good at that because she didn't have to talk,
She didn't have to
and
talk.
she got killed.
wait, but did you see her in Orange Is the New Black?
Yes,
And you
didn't like her then either.
About the
She's
bag.
well to me like okay, being pretty is one thing, but as an actress or an actor, you gotta know how to act. Just like Shannon and Elizabeth back in the day.
Oh, dude.
Beautiful
yes,
girl.
Yeah, this
But
is true.
let's be honest, she can't act all that
This
much.
is true. She's
But yeah, like Ruby, she came on the scene like so heavy that everybody's like so in love with her, and I'm like, dude, she looks like a mix between Justin Bieber and Miley Cyrus. I'm not kidding. Look it up. Go online, look it up. Justin Bieber, Ruby, whatever her name is, Ruby Red,
Ruby Rose.
and they when you put them side by side, they look very similar. I'm not kidding. Even with the hairstyle, I'm gonna show it to you.
Oh yeah. Pull that up. In the meantime, so Elseworlds is coming out. The little thing that the 30-second clip that they showed was
Ruby Rose.
look at that. It's all destruction. You see heroes that dude. They even had the Smallville arrow in the scene.
They have the
Oh, really?
They're gonna have the original Flash.
And
TV
the-
show Flash.
Yeah, the TV show like from the
Joe Wesley
90s.
Shipp.
Right?
All I see is the haircut, bro. Like,
Dude, she looked.
what's the haircut? That's it.
I'm gonna show you some
Face-
different ones. I'm gonna show you
that-
some different ones.
Man, I can put on a. Oh, I mean, if I had hair, nah, I don't see it.
Only because you like again. I think she's pretty. Don't get me wrong.
I really don't see it. Like the eyes are different placement, the nose. Is
I mean, they're not going to be exact.
I know, but I don't see any similar. I mean, the haircut maybe, but that's pretty much it.
That's literally them together. Anyway, I'm just saying
I don't
that.
know. We have to agree to disagree.
I mean, what do you think about the casting, though? I mean, do you think that she's gonna pull it off? Because Batwoman is a very intense character, man.
Yeah, and like there's other aspects of the character that I think Ruby Rose would probably do well in. So
We'll see. I'm hoping it does well.
Yeah, because I mean, Batwoman she's gay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So is Ruby Rose. So
Really?
yes.
I'm just kidding. Yeah. I thought she was Asian. Never mind. It was a racial / whatever joke.
Apples and oranges. So so the scene is it's John Wesley Shipp as the original Flash from the '90s TV show.
Yeah.
And he's like just struggling, like he's on the ground because like apparently like you see destruction, you see heroes all over the place. You see like the Ray, remember that character? His helmet is like on the ground.
The Ray.
Yeah.
Nice.
He was in it before. The last time they did a crossover thing.
Yeah.
Oh really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And then who else? There was the Ray. There was Hawkman and Hawkgirl. There was who else did I see there? Oh, not Mr. Freeze. Freaking what's his name?
Frosty.
What's his name in the Arrowverse?
I can't remember his name.
Oh man.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Blizzard? No, not Blizzard.
The Blizzard's Marvel.
Yeah. But somebody that manipulates ice.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then like you see the destruction, and all of a sudden you see the. If you remember Smallville, and they introduced their version of Arrow.
Yeah.
Somebody wearing his costume was like face down on the ground.
Wow.
I was tripping. I was like, oh, that's so dope.
When is this coming out?
Next week.
Oh, yeah, next week.
Next week? Oh, okay.
3-part episode.
Gives me a reason to watch.
And then, so they showed that, and then like, there's a book on the ground, and you see John Wesley Shipp as Flash trying to reach for the book, and then you see, somebody walk up, get the book and pull it up, and it's the freaking monitor. There's the monitor and the anti-monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a monitor.
Wow.
It's like you brought this on yourselves.
Dude, okay,
Yeah.
see now I have a real reason to watch CW.
Yeah.
Like for a long time, I was watching Arrow.
Mhm.
I liked it. It was a great show until they started introducing Team Arrow, and everybody was like a superhero now. It's
Yeah.
like just one guy, and then everybody supports him. Now everybody's a superhero. And then Flash came out, and I didn't get into Flash only because I never read the comic, and I was never into Flash. And then there was Anti-Flash, and Flash Red, Flash Black, Flash Purple, Flash Blue, all this kind of, and it just didn't, again, it's kind of like Spider-Man #1, and Spider-Man #2 was good.
Snark. There you go.
There you go, Snark. And then all of a sudden they try to add too much.
Yeah.
It's like focus. That's one of the reasons why the DC cinematic universe isn't working, is because they don't focus.
Yeah.
They're individual. I mean, think about it. Justice League, it didn't do so well because there was no focus. Superman did well. Batman did
Captain
well.
Cold.
Captain Cold, that's his name. Superman did well. Batman did well. Wonder Woman did well, and God knows that Aquaman's gonna kill it.
Oh yeah.
So if DC would just focus,
Dude, when Justice League came out, I was like, dude, you got this is a team of heavy hitters, right? With a team movie like X-Men. I mean, you have Jean Grey, you have Cyclops, you have Wolverine, right? Those are the three, like the big three out of that. But not like Justice League, where the whole team is just
all heavy hitters.
All heavy hitters. So with a movie like X-Men, you could release it and then it'll just build on its own, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Justice League, obviously, Batman and Superman have had their movies, but you're throwing in Cyborg, you're throwing in Flash, Wonder Woman, and it's like, dude, I would have much rather have Flash and Wonder Woman and obviously Aquaman's gonna have his movie coming out. I would have waited to have Justice League become a movie after all these, kind of like the Marvel blueprint, right?
Yeah.
So you develop all these characters in their individual movies, and all of a sudden, boom, you have your TV movie.
See, there you go. Again,
That's what I would
it's
do.
focused, and then you bring them all together.
I think the problem right now is that my feeling is just that DC is looking at Marvel and seeing how well they're doing, and like they're trying to catch up.
Well, I mean, they got 10 years to catch up.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like
so-
like that's probably what they're thinking. They're like, dude, they built this 10 years ago.
We
You know?
need to do it now.
We need to do this now.
But what I'm thinking is like, okay, so Marvel did it within a 10-year span to get the Avengers, was it 3?
Yes.
The Infinity War?
Yeah.
If DC, I hate to say it, but if DC was smart, they'd be like, you know what, the next 10 years will be our 10 years.
Yeah.
Marvel had their 10 years. Just like how Florida had their 10 years, Florida State had their 10 years, Miami had their 10 years,
Golden State has their 10 years.
Golden State has their 10 years, Lakers had their 40 years.
40 years.
But like DC should really be thinking about that. Like, you know what? We're gonna build our characters so that in 10 years we're gonna have our
Yeah.
Avengers 3. You know what I mean, or whatever.
Because
our
it's,
thing.
I mean, unless Marvel is just on the ball, you know, like unless they just keep on going and like they don't hit the brakes once, then they're just gonna keep on going. But like, yeah, just I think DC just needs to just relax a little bit,
Yeah.
focus,
Focus.
and then release movies with meaning and with a sense of progression.
There you go. That's it.
You know, so that I mean, this is a topic that's probably going to be ongoing for years.
Yeah.
But-
What do you think, man? Is DC doing it the right way?
No, they're not doing it. Right.
The
But
TV
I'm
shows
not-
are.
I'm not in the minority that I love the Justice League movie.
I loved it too,
Oh, okay.
but at the same time, the
Yeah,
characters were developing.
No, they weren't.
Yeah,
They could have.
but I loved
They
it.
could have did what you said and just developed it and then came out with
And
it.
then came out with Justice League because then you would have an emotional connection with each character.
Yeah. Well, okay, so when the rest of the Justice League woke up, well, spoiler alert, when Justice League, the rest of them woke up, Superman, that was kind
Yeah.
of cool.
Yeah.
But for me, like the best scene was when Beowulf was going up against the Wonder Woman's.
Oh, you mean Steppenwolf?
Yeah, Steppenwolf. Sorry,
I was like,
who did I say? Beowulf?
Beowulf.
Okay.
That's a different character.
Yeah, that's a whole nother.
That's Nordic.
So Steppenwolf, when he went up against the female warriors. Like,
Yeah. Oh, the Amazonians.
The Amazonians, yeah. That was like, yeah.
That was crazy.
Rock on, you know what I mean?
That was crazy.
It was basically a car, like a car chase scene.
Yeah.
But with horses and swords,
Yeah,
and, you
yeah.
know. So that was really cool. I think they did a good job on that. But again, develop, focus, all that kind of stuff. But anyway,
But anyways, so yeah, that I mean, this is an open-ended conversation. I mean, this is gonna keep on going until
Yeah.
you know whenever. So, have you guys seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
Oh, I want to see that so bad.
oh,
Dude, the trailers-
Is it out?
No.
Oh, okay.
Christmas Day? Is that Christmas Day or close to Christmas Day?
Close to Christmas, I think.
Oh my God, the trailers are freaking
I want to
amazing.
see that.
But you know, like it's so funny because like there's so many different spider like unless you read even like some of the comic books, you probably wouldn't know all of them. You know,
Right.
I've read the comics, so I know like you know the Japanese one is like a girl with
I
a
just like when they introduced Spider-Ham.
I know.
Dripping.
It's like hey, he's like oh, it's like hey, do animals speak on this earth? 'Cause I don't know freak about. And he's like what Spider-Man Noir, Gwen Stacy, Spider-Gwen. Who else? There was the
Miles Morales.
Miles Morales,
He's
obviously.
the main character, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a Peter Parker though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's voiced by what's his name? Jake Johnson.
I think so.
Jake
Who's
Johnson
that?
from he's from New Girl. If you ever watched.
Beard guy.
Oh, the beard. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Also Jurassic World and all kinds of other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, the animation looks amazing. Like,
Right.
because I think in the past, if we looked at Marvel animated movies, I mean, they, you know, like it's just
They weren't anything like the DC.
yeah, they're
Yeah, no,
exactly.
the DCs are crazy good.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, I don't understand. Like, okay, so now that Marvel is acquired by Disney and you know all that stuff, why wouldn't they use that technology, you know, Marvel cartoons or whatever, to do what Pixar and all that has done? You know what I mean? Like
They
use
don't-
that technology.
Well, they don't want to go totally CGI, which they're using CGI in this, but it's cell shaded, so it doesn't look like it.
Oh, okay.
It's
I
so
mean, I
awesome.
still think that, yeah, the trailers and everything, the animation on this looks totally different from what we've seen.
Oh, yeah.
And so it looks really cool. But, I mean, Batman, the animated series, came out with a totally different look
Yeah.
than what was going on. And that became iconic.
Oh,
So
yeah.
hopefully this movie will bring in that new style, you know? Because it's really cool. Can you imagine how, like, Batman would look in that? Or,
Ooh.
you know?
Like the fact that Miles Morales is Spider-Man wearing Jordan 1s.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was like, what? That's awesome.
What? Those are expensive.
I know. Me too.
How'd you get those?
I don't even know the rest of the voice cast on it, but like I mean,
Free Isabello,
I know.
Jeremy Lasner,
Quincy Victoria.
Quincy Victoria. They're all in there.
Let's see, IMDb.
IMDb.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's coming out. God, Marvel, Captain Marvel. That's another one that's coming out next year.
Yeah.
That
It's
looks
coming up
beautiful.
soon. That just
You know, it's weird. Like, a lot of people are saying, well, half of the people are saying, oh, it looks great, it looks blah, blah, blah.
Mm.
The other half is like, I'm not really that impressed. But I'm like, it's a trailer.
I know.
It's a 30-second trailer, you know what I mean? Like,
It's setting up the movie for the one that's coming out in May.
exactly, it's setting it up for this is Marvel now. They have a plan.
Speaking of Marvel trailers, like they're like you know, there's rumblings that the second part of Infinity War is coming out. Like people are just, well, I want to see the trailer. I want to see it, but like,
It was
yeah.
supposed to drop today, but I think they moved it to Friday.
Yeah, see, we're all like anticipating.
You know, the funny thing is, I'm wondering if it's just one of those internet things where somebody just mentioned it. Oh yeah, hopefully it drops on blah 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 blah.
they Steinfeld.
And then, you know, later on it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's gonna drop.
Yeah.
But it's not actually gonna
I
drop
know.
until for like another 3 months.
Building that
Right?
anticipation.
Like it's not gonna drop for another 3 or 4 months. But you know, the internet does what it does. So
Wow, Lily
that's why
Tomlin.
Blue Waffle exists.
Blue Waffle.
Because of the internet.
Oh, why'd you say that?
Because it's the internet. There's not an actual STD called Blue Waffle. There's no such thing. But
Seriously?
because of the internet, everybody thinks it is.
Oh.
Trust me, I know this because I watched Netflix's Big Mouth, and they had a whole thing on that. So, anyway, yeah, watch Big Mouth on Netflix. It's really funny.
Oh,
We're all over the place on
I know, like I'm listening to Blue Waffle and I'm looking at IMDb and
and looking at pretty people that voice.
John Mulaney is Spider-Man.
You knew who John Mulaney is?
Comedian.
He's also on Big Mouth on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway,
Nicolas Cage?
Yeah.
Who's he supposed to?
Spider-Man Noir.
he plays Nicolas Cage. Come on,
I know.
Who else could he be?
man.
Oh, so
Nicolas Cage.
Hey.
All right, let's go.
Spider-Man Noir.
Spider-Man Noir. That's dope.
Oh, he's Noir?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, look, it's Sabretooth. Sabretooth is supposed.
Who's favorite? Oh,
Liev Schreiber.
Liev Schreiber?
Schreiber.
He's gonna be Wilson Fisk. Anyways.
Nice.
Chris Pine is Peter Parker.
Nice. See, there you go.
Peter Parker.
He's one of the
Chris
Chris's.
is different.
Probably a different one, huh?
I guess if you really want to get into Marvel movies, you just gotta be named Chris and be really buff.
Oscar
You know.
Isaac is in it.
Chris Pine, Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Chris somebody or other, Chris Pratt. You gotta be named Chris to
I know.
to lead a team.
Tombstone.
Tombstone is in the movie.
Nice.
And this
And it's what's his name from Luke Cage. Oh no, he wasn't Luke Cage. He was in Black Lightning.
Yeah, there it is.
dude,
So what did you do this past couple weekends?
Past couple of weekends, what did I do?
Cause you're all over the place, man. You're
Man, this
traveling.
conversation's all over the place, dude.
That's fine though. I like it like this. It's more interesting.
So last weekend I was in LA for what was it, Friendsgiving at the
Long
Domino's.
Beach?
Yeah, Carson.
Carson
So-
represent.
I made it's potluck, so we all made something. to
What did you
contribute.
make?
I made pistachio crusted salmon cakes.
And you didn't bring them back? Nah, I wouldn't have lasted.
No, it was done. Dude, like,
Like you put it on the table, it was gone.
see, I was gonna buy. So I made you know obviously you gotta buy whole salmon and then shred it up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm thinking, all right, I'm looking in the freezer and I see the salmon patties that are individually wrapped and everything.
Yeah.
$10 for like a bunch of them, right? I was like, don't do that. Then I looked at the behind the counter and I was like, oh, fresh, like pre-cut, like super nice fresh pieces.
Yeah.
$7 each. I bought like 8 of them, so like I was like,
Yeah.
I spent a lot of money on some salmon.
But you know what? It's for family and friends, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's totally worth it.
Totally.
It went real fast.
See, the salmon wasn't expensive. It was the pistachios that was expensive.
No, the salmon was. I know, right?
The salmon was free. The pistachios cost $42.
So get this. So like you know how you can buy pistachios that are already shelled.
Yep.
Like the grocery didn't have it. They just had the shell. So I sat there to prep. I was sitting there. Pop. And you know your fingernails are killing like after a while.
Right.
Yeah. So it was.
So it wasn't just you it was a labor of love too.
I know. So I gotta give a shout out to my guy Theo. He was like, man, when's your cake to be done, man? I'm like, bro, do you want quick or do you want good? You can't rush. You can't rush perfection, my friend.
How did it taste though? Did it taste ridiculously good?
Oh yeah. Fire.
So we gotta do that at your house, man. We gotta put the dogs in the backyard and just do it at your house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So I went out last Friday, flew out, and then Friday night headed over. Me and D-Double went over to Long Beach.
Yep.
And then went over to, he had a gig over at Bobo's up on the patio area up top. And he's like, yeah, just head on over because I have some friends over at Federal Bar, which is about a half a block away.
Okay.
You get there and Far Side takes the stage.
The Far Side, if you don't know, you better recognize one of hip hop's influential groups.
90s hip hop.
Yes.
Like I'm like
real hip hop.
Dude, so yeah, I was just
not the stuff. Give me millions of dollars.
So yeah,
real stuff. All right.
So I had great.
They're performing live.
They were performing live. And I was right in front.
Kills me.
I was right in front.
Especially because when you posted
to Florida State,
and I just had to go to Florida State and make my dream come true. I just had to do it. But it was funny because while we're on our trip, you're driving and you're thinking in your head, and just so happens Busta Rhymes was on the radio, and I was thinking Busta Rhymes, you leaders of the new school, Tribe Called Quest, Farside, and then you posted that video. I was like, dude, what's going on? The universe is telling me something. Maybe next time, after
it's time to listen more on 90s hip hop. That's what it is.
Right?
Yeah, no, that was amazing, dude. So like, I was like, dude, I never thought I'd see Farside live.
So that was Thanksgiving weekend, like the weekend after Thanksgiving. What'd you do on Thanksgiving?
I went to Shreveport, Louisiana to visit my sister at Barksdale Air Force Base.
That's cool. Did Dad go in there?
Did you fly or did you drive?
Well, we flew to Dallas, and then from Dallas we drove to Shreveport, which is about a 3-hour drive.
Jeez.
I bet you had a lot of good food.
Yes, we did.
I like to say that I'm very well traveled, especially here in the U.S. and like that's one of the states that I've never been to. I've never been to Louisiana.
I have. But the only reason why is because it was on this trip.
Oh yeah.
We did literally all the southern states on the trip.
That's dope.
All the way through.
So what did you have? Like, did you have any very Louisiana dishes there?
Well, I sampled a little bit of everything. Everything that everybody else ordered too.
Popeye's chicken?
No, not Popeye's chicken.
Hey, that's good stuff.
That is good stuff.
It's just not authentic, but it's
No,
good.
no.
But
what was the highlight?
There's a place. Well, I forgot the name of the barbecue place. But that was really good. The ribs were like huge. They were, I don't know.
Were they beef ribs?
No.
So they just had big pigs out there.
Yeah, something like that. But there's another place called Walk-Ons.
Walk-Ons.
Yeah, it's kind of a southern place. Well, it's Texas, Louisiana, and I think a couple other states down south. But they have more like Cajun food and Creole and stuff like that. So we were eating like catfish, etchafalaya.
Etchafalaya, what is that?
What was it? It's like shrimp etouffee or etouffee. on rice
What a
with
name.
blackened or fried catfish on it.
Oh my goodness. I'm getting really hungry right
So
now.
am I.
You know, the funny thing is, you said walk-ons, and at first I was like, what is walk-ons, right? But walk-ons Independent Bowl was the last time Florida State went to a bowl game last year, and they beat Southern Miss. So I'm just saying, or Southern Methodist, whatever it is. So yeah, walk-ons.
Oh yeah, there's just so much that we had, dude. It's ridiculous. It was so good.
Hey Jax, if you're listening, Jax, where did we eat for Thanksgiving? I don't remember. So
Doesn't look like he's on there.
message me
Yeah.
if you're there.
If you're there. But I don't see him on
Yeah, I don't see him there.
I don't see him on the thing.
So,
So, what else did you do in Louisiana?
Went to a fun place.
a fondue?
Fun
Fun Adele?
Yeah. Well,
Is it
there's
good,
there's
though?
a lot of Vietnamese people over there.
Oh, then it must be good then.
I don't
It
know.
wasn't too bad.
Like,
It wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
I lived in San Jose, the largest population of Vietnamese people outside of Vietnam. So pho anywhere outside of San Jose, I'm like.
See, that's.
But
the
there's
thing.
some good pho, like here in Vegas, there's some good pho.
Yeah.
So.
Like, you know, it's funny, like, you don't think about it because, you know, culturally we just don't think about it. But, like, the Bay Area is a lot of Asian culture there. Not just Filipino, but
Yeah.
Vietnamese and Chinese, of course, the Chinatown
Mm.
Chinese. And you don't really realize it until you're like, oh, yeah, you're right. You know, you look it up on Google and all that, it's like the largest conglomeration of Vietnamese outside of Vietnam
And Filipinos.
and Filipinos is in San Francisco. I thought it would be in Hawaii because, you know,
Yeah.
but no, it's in the Bay Area. But anyway,
So how was the pho spot?
yeah, how's the fall spot?
Eh,
Yeah, see.
Well, that's
Told you. I was right.
But see, that's the thing though. Like when you're growing up, like with your mom and everything, she used to make the
nothing's better
best.
than that.
Nothing's better than that. And so you know, it's one of those. If you eat top ramen your whole life, and all of a sudden you eat like an actual ramen place, that place is gonna be the best you've ever had.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you grew up having the best already, everything else is gonna be like, it's just noodles and some meat and stuff. Like
Yeah,
that.
I didn't even have like legit ramen until like a few years ago.
I've still never had legit ramen.
Really? Like in the restaurant?
Like the Japanese.
Oh, we gotta remedy
Oh,
that,
bro.
man. Dude, that stuff is dope.
There was a spot that got great ratings over on Spring Mountain
Yeah.
that had like really good ramen, and then they closed down. But then there's other ramen spots around it, like Ramen Sora.
Yeah.
What else is what's another spot that I go to?
Ramen ya.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. See, that's the difference. Like the ramen that you get there, the noodles are actually made like how they're supposed to be,
Yeah.
and not wavy.
I know, right?
So
There's another.
not cancer making.
So it's not ramen per se, but it's Chinese fresh, like the hand pulled noodles over here on
The one that did do this.
yeah. So then they have that over on oh god, what is it? Decatur and I want to say Flamingo,
Oh.
right there next to the McDonald's. It's awesome.
So if you live in Vegas, they cater at McDonald's.
My mom's watching this.
Yeah.
See, we're talking about like food and stuff, and this is like a comic book geek show, like.
Well, you know what? All the comic book geeks I know are either chubby or.
And they have to eat.
And they have to eat. Everybody has to eat. So eat some good ramen and not the cancer-creating top ramen stuff.
I know. The Justin Timberlake hair ramen.
Right? You open up that package, you can just smell the MSG.
Yeah, I
That
know.
stuff is good. It tastes good, but it's like, I'm just killing myself slowly. But anyway,
So,
well, and I think the reason why we're doing this show is so
we need to catch up. That's what it is.
Yeah, we're catching up. We haven't seen each other in weeks. But also, we just got off of Great American Comic Con, and it was such a great event, you know, with Rick Leonardi, Wendy and Richard Penny, all these, like Ron Wilson, all these crazy, talented people.
Yeah.
And it was a small, intimate show, and it was a great show to be a part of. And we just got off of that, and then we went all into our Thanksgiving mode.
Yep.
You know, we just went into it. So we had to catch up a little bit, but also at the Great American Comic Con, we had the first official tribute to Stan Lee's passing.
Yeah.
And we had Alan Bellman there, which worked with him.
Tom DeFalco.
Tom DeFalco. Alan Bellman worked with Stan Lee before he was Stan Lee.
Yep.
He was Stanley Lieber. You know, and he was there before even he was Stanley was an editor and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so it was great hearing his stories. Tom DeFalco, worked with him for so
Big
long.
Chen was there. He did his little tribute too.
Yeah, you know, the thing is, I didn't know that I was supposed to talk for the tribute. So we went back to our table after Wendy and Richard Penny was on.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, we're opening up the convention now. They're not supposed to, but somebody messed up and they just let people in. So if you have to go back to the table, so I was like, okay, I'll go back to my table. And then somebody, while we were taking a break, afterwards somebody came up and said, they were calling your name at the podium, but you weren't there, so they just moved on.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I would have loved to have, you know, said a little something about Stan, but because I mean, I met him once, and again, it was just one of those nicest person in the world. But at the same time, I met him during a convention, and everybody knows if you ever meet Stan at a convention, it's very much like a cattle call. Like you just go through the line, take a picture, say your piece, and leave. So I didn't really get a chance to actually spend any time with him. But his influence, the reason why we're even doing this show, the reason why we even picked up a pencil to draw is because we're inspired by creations that he created. But anyway, and so there's a story that Wendy and Richard Penny was talking about and how they met.
Oh yeah.
That was really interesting because I didn't know this. Wendy was an aspiring artist and writer at the time, and she wrote to Marvel while Stan was, you know, doing his bullpen in the back and, you know, writing like the letter page. And Richard Penn wrote, Wendy at the time, her name was Penny at the time, but Richard, you know, thousands of miles away, read what she wrote, and at the time they put their address on
in the letter column.
Yeah, on the letter column. So he wrote directly to her and said, I love what you wrote, and you know, I love the fact that you're a female in the industry and that you have such a passion for this. And they kept talking. And that's how they got together, through Stan Lee. And so, well, Stan Lee and Wendy's mom, because at the time Richard was going to MIT. And so, and he graduated from MIT, so he went to MIT. So when Wendy was getting all these letters from all these guys, the mom was like, Arizona? Nope. Arkansas? Nope. MIT? Here, open that, sweetie. Open this one, open that one, open that one. And so that's how they got together. It's such a great story that connects everything together. So.
And now and it resulted in ElfQuest.
Right, 40 years of pointy ears.
Yes.
So.
That's definitely a cool story.
Yeah, and you know the thing is, the Great American Comic Con, hopefully we have it next year, or you know, in the future, because it was a great event. It wasn't big. It wasn't San Diego. It wasn't WonderCon or anything like that. It was intimate, but it was also time to get to know the creators that you grew up with. You got to know some of the creators like you, Leonardi, Rick Leonardi. I know you have some original artwork from him now.
Yeah.
So that's like a bucket list thing for me, like to get original artwork. You know what I mean? So I got a drawing from Wendy, and so all of these things. I mean, Great America was a great show. It was a small show. It was an intimate show. Because I think it was close to like Thanksgiving and you know Black Friday and all that stuff.
And on top of that, there's the Beacom auction.
There's the Beacom auction and everybody doing drifting on the other side of it. So there's a lot of elements that went into it, but you know, for me it was a great show and it kicked off my whole adventure.
You had a good. I mean, I don't know if you can call it vacation, but I mean, oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So I wish I had a vacation.
See, the thing is, I went on this vacation, and the whole time, my phone is blowing up, like, commission work and all that stuff. And, you know, Christmas is coming.
Yeah.
So I got to take all these commissions, right? And so at the same time, I'm thinking, okay, I'm out here, and I'm enjoying my time with my best friend and his my future sister-in-law.
Hey!
Not yet, but hopefully, crossing fingers.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying my time, but at the same time, as soon as I got back, I slept for like 8 hours and then I had to jump on my drawing table. Yeah. And I haven't left that drawing table other than to make spaghetti. So, and do the show. So yeah. But anyway, yeah.
Cool. Again, I wish I had a vacation.
Yeah. So what are we doing for Christmas?
I'm gonna be here with my mom.
Oh yeah.
Probably I don't know which sister would drive down and hang out with us, but I'm feeling I'm gonna be here in Vegas.
What was your sister's names? Tori,
Tony,
and
Jennifer.
I said you get them both down here with all their family and everything.
I know.
Right?
I've been here 5 years.
5 years, and Tony and the family hasn't come down, right?
Yes.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I know that Tony and the rest of the family are all into the band and everything, because they do marching band for their school.
It's a band family.
Band family, but you can get the band together and bring them down.
March them down to the house.
March them down to the. So what are you doing?
Most likely be here. That's about it.
So yeah, same thing.
Family though?
Nah.
Like dad?
Well, my sister just moved back here, so.
Yeah.
My sister and nephew, probably that'd be it.
And dad too?
My
Is
dad.
he?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I don't know, maybe dad was like, I'm gonna go to the Caribbean. I'm gonna take a
Have fun, guys.
Have fun.
I might leave your presents, but I might not. So.
That's next year for me.
Are you serious?
You going to the Caribbean?
Nah, I'm going on a cruise. One of my nephews is getting married.
Oh, nice.
In
What?
Texas, so we're taking a Mexican cruise.
The Gulf Coast.
Taking the Gulf?
Yeah.
Nice, man. That's cool.
What ship line are you taking? Caribbean?
It's Carnival.
Oh.
So I think one of the places is Cozumel, and I can't remember the other place.
If you could see me now.
Have you ever been on a cruise?
No. I've been on a ferry across the English Channel.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. That is cool though.
Yeah.
That is cool.
That's the story.
But how about you, Free? Have you ever been on a cruise?
I've never been on a cruise. I want to.
Let me
I'm
just
gonna
tell
go on
you.
a Disney cruise,
Yeah, me too.
right?
Let me just tell you, because I've been on 3 cruises
What,
in my
boring?
life. No. Everything is free. Except
Really?
for alcohol, I think. I think
Well, I
it's
don't
alcohol. But still,
Well,
like,
it's all inclusive.
it's all inclusive. So, like,
Oh.
like 3 in the morning, you're like, you want a sandwich, you pick up the phone, or you go downstairs to the, the restaurants.
Yeah.
Just like,
You just stack your sandwich.
yeah, stack your sandwich.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
But then at the end of but then you have to save money. So like, for example, so you have a cabin steward, you have a main waiter, you have like all these like different people that work
that you got a tip?
that you have to tip. So
Okay.
the suggested rate is like $20 a day per person. So like, I'm spending,
Oh,
like,
okay. So
$300.
it's not like, oh, I'm gonna get in there and give you $2.
Yeah.
Like it's like a whole day kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
Well, that's
at
cool.
the end of the trip.
At the end of the trip, so you leave like an envelope with like money in it.
Like $200 or whatever. But
Yeah.
still, everything's inclusive. Oh man, I'm down for it. So, well, okay. So for my Christmas, hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers. Mark Easy and his family, they're planning on. Well, I'm trying to plan it with them, for them to come here to Vegas, so we can go to that. What is it called? Opportunity Village.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that Santa Village thing, because his daughter loves that.
Oh, nice.
So hopefully they can come up, and we'll just probably go to a Cracker Barrel or something. I don't know.
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel.
Well, okay. What's Cracker Barrel's famous dish?
Country fried everything. I don't know. Country
Sorry.
fried steak.
Yeah.
Country fried turkey.
It's down home cooking.
Yeah, it's comfort food.
Dumplings.
Oh, chicken and dumplings. Yes, their cornbread. Their biscuits are good. They have a cinnamon butter thing over there, honey butter.
Because I've only gone there once.
Ah,
And
what'd you eat?
I can't even remember. It was like, yeah, I mean, it was good. It was okay. Like, it just wasn't a memorable dish. Like,
Yeah, no, it's not a memorable place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everything's just, you gotta put salt on it and pepper, whatever. But it's just, again, it's like $8 for this,
Yeah.
for a huge plate, and it's just down home country food, you know. But anyway, so yeah, hopefully we schedule that out and they get to come over. My roommate Chase, I don't know. I think he should be back by then from Hawaii, because he's going to Hawaii on Tuesday. But hopefully he's back so we can have a kind of a friend. What did you say?
Friendsgiving?
Friendsgiving, but
Friendmas.
Friendmix.
Friendmas.
Friendmiss.
Friendmiss. Yes.
So hopefully that works out. And of course I got my other friends that I don't know. Like I know I have a lot of commission work to do. Excuse me. And I'm working on a project, and that's gonna take up a lot of my time, basically all of my time. So I'll be working on Christmas. And I'm not really a Christmas guy. I'm not really a celebration kind of guy.
Yeah, well, I mean, the holidays are just it's because it's I don't know. Like as I get older, because I don't have like my own family, like it's just
Yeah, it's just another day.
just another day to go and have like a big meal with the family. You know,
Right.
maybe I'll get a couple presents, but whatever.
But even like
Whatever.
Thanksgiving, Easter, and all that. I'm like,
Right.
dude, what are you doing?
Well, Thanksgiving, that's straight up. That's the day to eat.
Right?
Jeff came over to the house. So
My name is Jeff.
Jeff came like I brought Jeff and our boy Ronnie to my mom's house.
Oh, okay.
And like it was like, God, how many people?
You're a part of the family. You're a made man now. DJ De Niro, you're a made man.
This guy.
All right, good for you. Good for you.
This guy left the house. This guy left the house with 2 containers full of food.
Ah, look at you. That's what I look at you. You're good, you. You're good. You got 2 plates.
And I don't even think it lasted till the morning.
Seriously, you just ate
Dude,
it.
seriously?
We took a nap and we ate it all.
That's how you're supposed to do it. You wake up and you eat again.
That's crazy,
Right?
dude. That's crazy.
I didn't know you had a microphone in there.
Oh, he's always.
This whole time? Since the beginning of the show?
Yeah.
Like, all of the shows we've
How
ever
long
done?
since we started doing Geeked Out?
Are you kidding me? So
No.
you could have been our Robin to the Howard Stern?
He's talked on there.
Really?
I
He's
don't
talked on there
remember.
before.
No, you can ask me questions and talk to me.
I didn't know we could ask you questions, man. I thought you were just the man behind the mirror, you know what I mean? Wow.
Looking at the man.
Jamona. Jamona.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah.
woo!
With that being
All over the
said,
place.
it is now 3 p.m. That's it for our show, folks. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
I'm JQ. This is Free. This is Jeremy.
DJ De Niro.
And DJ Nero.
The Hammer.
We are out. Peace. Alright. Oh, sorry. Oh, wait. Snagging everything. Oh, it just got toasty like.
Yeah, it did. Oh man, another thing fell off.
I fucked it up.
Bye, guys.